What's Failure and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Rant. Once again, I'm joined by the G-Dude and Baseball Lover. How are you guys doing?
Hiya.
Okay, so this week we're gonna be discussing the Tour de France 2015 Route. It was just presented this day. It was actually presented the 22nd of October, which is 3 days ago. So we're all pretty hyped about it, or are we? Well, I guess you have to listen for this next half an hour to an hour to see if we're hyped for it. But did you guys actually watch the presentation this Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday.
No. The problem when I clicked on it, it was very long. There was a French guy, Christophe Prudhomme, talking, and they had some other English guy talking over the top of that, which is not like entertaining. Like if you have some guy translating it, and then you hear his voice in the background, so it's not the best to watch if you're not French. If you're watching like a translated version, that's the thing that drew me off the most. But it seemed like it was okay. But I watched heaps of interviews though of guys afterwards, and I think that's all that matters really. And if you see the route, you're fine.
What did you watch it, Baseball Lover?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I don't really like these whole presentation things. I find it hard finding time for it. I didn't watch the Giro one either. I just go back, look on daily. Somebody's posted all the profiles and see what's going on. And I don't find it worth it to actually watch the whole presentation when I can get all the information from it in like 5 minutes afterwards.
That's true. It's just one big media stunt to get all the big hits together. Like Kittel was there, Evans was there, Cavendish was there, Froome was there, Nibali. Yeah, it's just one big media stunt, and you're only just there for the 4 minutes that they do show the race route. That's the 4 minutes you're there to watch out of the 1 hour and 16 minutes. But let's discuss the route. I know on daily there's been some hate towards it, but let's start off. The first stage, which Fires and I will be at, maybe Handball as well, but
the big three.
I know, right? The first stage from Utrecht to Utrecht, and it's going to be a 14-kilometer prologue. How do you guys feel about this? Baseball Lover, you can start this one off.
I don't like TTTs, and so we haven't actually had a prologue start a Tour de France. Like, it was pretty traditional a couple of years ago, and now it hasn't really happened lately. So, you know what? I'm fine with prologues. Sure.
You know, we've been through the discussion of this for a while, and I think, I'm all for a change and all for something different, but, prologues, they're okay. I guess not every year, but on the odd year, it's pretty decent. I don't mind watching this. It's going to be interesting who gets a jersey, because we haven't had much like these short prologues for long, and will it suit someone like Martin, or will it suit someone like Kittel or Sagan, or, one of those guys? Could be Taylor Phinney as well. So it's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of guys actually going for it, and the time gaps aren't big, but, it's definitely worthwhile catching up with that. And
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like watching any TTs, but a short prologue starts everyone off in a different place, makes the competition a little higher in the first week, so I'm all for it. If, literally, I know that if it wasn't a prologue, it'd be a TTT, and if it was a road stage, there'd be a TTT on, the third stage, so, I'm okay with it.
Also, they changed the rules this year, so therefore the first week will also be extra exciting because on the sprint stages they've now added bonus seconds. I believe it's back to 20, 12, and 8 seconds. Is that how it is? At least I don't know if you did your research.
Might be 10, 6, and 4.
Oh, it could be 10, 6, and 4 as well, it was recently. But I was just running off PCM bonus seconds right there. Not smart, PCM, not smart. But they have added bonus seconds for the first week, so we will see some changes in the yellow jersey because the past couple of years, the jersey has been on the same guy for the first 9 stages, 10 stages before we came to the first real mountain test. So therefore, now the sprinters and the punchers and the breakaway will now be fighting for the yellow jersey, and it'll be made interesting in my opinion. How do you guys feel about this new change for the first week?
Well, I think this move's trying to make more GC contenders make surprise moves and get maybe a second here and a second there. It's basically, I think, to keep the GC guys from not just seeing the peloton for a whole week and doing nothing really. But then again, it opens up more opportunities for obviously different yellow jerseys. It'll be definitely a good battle for sprinters. Sprinters got a really, really good shot of holding yellow jerseys now. In the past, if you're a sprinter, you don't get a good team time trial or prologue or whatever it is. You really don't have a shot. But now, since you got the bonus time, if you're a kid, or you can be within basically 10, 20 seconds on the prologue. You're pretty much set to get a yellow jersey if you can win the first couple of stages. So that's a really good thing for a sprinter perspective, I guess. Yeah.
How about Finny Baseball Over? How do you feel about he's going to do in the sprints if he actually decides to go to the tour?
He's not a sprinter, but he can sprint, and if he does well in the prologue, I think he'd go for it. Try to nab up, cut some third place bonus seconds or something, and get a jersey. But I don't know how I feel about bonus seconds as a whole, because I don't know. I think that they took bonus seconds out, and they are kind of making it uneven to say, well, on these stages we'll have it, on these stages we won't, and just nitpicking what kind of racing they want to see and not letting the racing come to them like they really should. I feel as though bonus seconds, they've been gone for like 7 years now. Like, you don't have to bring them back just because you want to see a couple of more fans tune in, get a little more ratings for the first few days. I think that they'll be fine. I don't see it affecting the race too much, but I never, like, I don't really care what anyone says about the sprinters getting the yellow. I'm sure they like having the yellow, but I never am like, wow, Kittel took the yellow jersey from Cavendish, because I know that in 3 days that won't matter at all. That'll just be crap in the bottom of the bucket. So it doesn't really matter to me towards the race, and so it doesn't really matter to me at all. I could have just rather them just not even tried with bonus seconds anymore.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, yellow jersey like makes someone's career. Basically, it's changed like guys like Daryl Impey's career. You know, for everyone. Yeah, like even Kittel getting the yellow jersey, that was a huge thing to him. Like when Cavendish had the chance of getting yellow, he was going crazy over it. Every single interview was asking about him getting yellow, and he really wanted it. Like, that's a big thing for anyone.
I can understand it from their perspective, but since this is a rant, I'm gonna have to repel that and say that they could want the yellow jersey, but how many sprinters go out of the tour being like, man, I got 5 stage wins, but if I had had yellow, I would have sacrificed all of them. Like, you know that they're not going for the yellow jersey. They don't do that, so I don't really get why it's such a big deal for them to hold something that's really just a climber's jersey.
Well, I can see that, but I kind of welcome this change, though, because the first week is stale. Like you said it before, they're doing this to add views, and getting more publicity to the Tour de France and more viewer enjoyment is not a bad thing. I mean, maybe the race takes a little hit here and there, but to get more money in the flow and get some more things in there so we can have bigger possibilities in the future, I don't think it's such a bad thing. I mean, getting the yellow jersey is just a bonus. I mean, you said they weren't going for it, but shoot.
I mean, do you really want this to happen? They're going to get so much money from this now that they're going to be like, wow, we can finally fund having the tour start in Thailand. And they'll do it. Because you tuned in because they got more ratings.
Well, if it starts in Thailand, it's okay. I mean, it's money, it's a new crowd, and I guess it'll only be like 2 stages, and then you'll move on.
Do you want to see like the Pyrenees while every rider has like jet lag?
Well, it could be a different Tour de France. I mean, you can't just judge something without even have seen it before. Like,
I guess
you have to try something before you can judge it.
When they have enough money to have a grand depart in Australia, that's going to be legit. What they'll do is they'll have racing at like 1 a.m. so they won't get jet lag when they go back to Europe. And it's going to be night racing. There's going to be light. It's going to be amazing.
Nice, and I'll be able to watch it.
How would they even transfer? How would they come from Australia to France within the day?
They would go back a day.
Yeah, this is what they do. They have at least 3 stages, like in Corsica, and then they have a rest day or 2 rest days, and then they transfer. Or when they had it in Corsica, they had like 3 days in Corsica, and then they had a rest day as well.
Yeah, but I hate having more than 2 rest days, because I hate rest days because
no racing.
I can't watch any racing.
Exactly. So. Also, they weren't too happy about Corsica. They weren't too happy about the transfer from Corsica to mainland because of the boats only took like so many teams at a time. So they had to.
Come on, we're gonna have enough money for planes by now.
Well, if we come to Thailand, we will. Let's go on.
If Oleg Tinkoff buys the Tour de France, then we'll have enough.
Well, then he'll force all the big people to come, or they'll throw them out of the sport. Yeah. Well, the next stage, the second stage, will be from Utrecht to Sealand, which I'll also be at with Fires and possibly Handball. We haven't decided yet, or he hasn't decided yet. If he wants to show it, it's probably a no. But Fires and I are a go. From what Fires can tell me about this region of Netherlands, it's very windy, and it's going to be a really, really tough finish. So expect echelons and expect some of the bigger sprinters to fall behind. What do you guys think about this flat stage?
Oof, I'm thinking about the power guys like the Fabien Cancelaros. If they can make a move, maybe like one of those draggy sprints that like he launches from like 500 meters or so. One of those type of races. Who knows? It could be a day when who was it? When Cavendish won and it split up and Valverde was it?
Yeah.
Was at the front. Yeah,
Valverde got left behind, lost like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it could be one of those days.
It could be. See, I'm thinking more of Tom Tornado Bonin, because he's not a bad prologueist, and could this be the time to like relive his career and like just give it another try? I mean, come on, this is as close as you get to Belgium. I mean, just
except when you're in
happening.
True, but I mean,
old.
Well, he shot it in two of Dubai this year, and two of Qatar, and whatever races that were down there.
It's nothing like the World Championships, like what you said he was going to win. It's nothing like the Tour de France.
Well, I guess I'll just have to keep hoping that Tom Bowden shows up. But at this stage, I'm going to be looking so much forward to fast. Now I'll be standing at the finish line. At the prologue stage, I'll be at the, start and finish line, trying to get autographs and interviews and talk to people. It's a lot of fun. Have you guys ever went to a race?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. It's so much fun.
I'll just go to Europe.
Next year.
Well, you can just go to, what's closest to you?
Well, I could go to the Tour of Utah, which is like 2,500 miles away.
That's just around the corner. I mean, get on your bike, ride it, and then come back.
Ride cross country.
It's possible.
Ride the Tour de France.
Do you think
just to get there?
Do you think the yellow jersey will change hands on the first and second day? Like the guy having it on the first day, will he lose it on the second stage?
No.
You don't think so?
Here's a reason. Prologues, you don't get that much splits. You'll be lucky to get a 5-second split. And now sprinters are pretty good in prologues. Kittel is definitely really strong now. I think Kittel's going to get the yellow jersey.
Yeah, you think on the second day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see something like that happening too as well. Because I don't think like my big dollar bet would be on Kwiatkowski to win in stage 1. Because I think he's got the speed to do it. And the more realistic choice would also be Kittel taking it, because I only think he's going to lose around 10 to 15 seconds. So
how long is the prologue?
14 kilometers.
Oh, yeah, that's enough for 10 or so seconds.
How much time did Froome get in the Dauphiné prologue?
Not enough on Talansky.
Well, that's true, but Talansky's also a mastermind, a tactical mastermind. Oh, he was just lucky that one day to go in the breakaway and it survived, and Froome didn't have enough teammates. I guess. What do you think about
Contador? He existed. Okay, we're not going to go into that.
He did exist, but then he didn't. I mean, he didn't really bring a team to the Dauphiné, so you can't really judge too much. But where was Nibali even in the Dauphiné? He was gone. But a certain someone...
He just sucked. So Talansky dropped him.
A certain someone in the weekly rant said that Nibali would do good in the Tour de France. Guess who that was?
We all said
I don't know,
that.
some gay guy.
Oh, thank you very much. Stage 3 is going to be from Anvers to Moerdijhoy. And Moerdijhoy has been in the Tour de France before. And I believe this is where Gilbert won the first stage of the Tour 2011, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Where he took the yellow jersey. And that was some fun racing. What do you guys figure of this stage? You think it's going to be interesting? I guess you just thought this one baseball over.
Nope. I do not think so. I think it will suck.
Why?
And I think this because... I have no idea why, because Tyler Fair is now in a pro-continental team. I don't know.
But they could get a wild card. MTN Quebec is going to plead for a wild card next year.
I'm pretty sure MTN will get a wild card, but I think that this stage, Hilly stages in the first week are overrated. Look at the second stage last year. Sure, it was exciting. Sure, but if Nibali hadn't attacked and everyone for some reason lets him go and didn't let like Cone de Court go, then I'm pretty sure that it would have just, everybody comes home together anyway, and I feel like a guy like...
The suspense is killing us.
Duhani? Maybe Christoph?
Demar?
Demar, maybe. I don't think that Sagan will win. I think that Sagan's past his prime. I think...
Past his prime at 25.
Yeah.
At 25. And I think that an older guy will take it, so that's younger.
Rip Peter Sagan. May you rest in peace.
Sagan is past his prime, I think that...
Damn, that was early. What do you think, Chu? Spread some light in the state for us. On the stage.
It's gonna be... Who knows? Depends what... Like, the weather's the big thing, really. I really think the weather's gonna be a big thing. Obviously, we know guys like Kristoff is going to be, really good in the rain. It's definitely wide open. I mean, if we look at the sprinters next year, who knows what Cavendish is going to bring? Greipel's getting older, We've talked enough bad about Greipel.
Farah, fresh off a stage win in Beijing
1 year ago.
And then we got MTN Quebec who's going to bring in like the HTC 2.0 train, and it's going to be interesting how they
for
go.
no sprinter.
Yep, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. The sprinters definitely.
Anything can happen. Fires and I haven't decided if we're going to go to this stage yet, but this would be the final stage that would be possible to go to. And this is right in Hanspal's backyard. He lives in Antwerp, and this is in Antwerp, so if he doesnn't go there, he's stupid. It's going to be a great stage.
Are we going to go over every single stage?
No. But I would like to go on over every single stage, because I think it's going to be interesting, but my two podcast companions decided it's not a good idea, so majority rule. But if you would have liked to see all 21 stages gone through, please leave it in the comment section below. Tell us on SoundCloud, because I would, with joy, go over every single stage. Just talk about it, because I think it deserves it. It's Tour de France 2015. It's the biggest event of the year, and it deserves some light.
Beijing was the biggest event this year, and next year that's delegated to...
Yeah. True, that's gone next year. Tour Beijing, not a big surprise that's gone pretty fast, because conditions are horrible, the spectators didn't show up, the viewers weren't there, and the race in general was just boring. Oh, I just see the Fias' AVG scan popped up in the middle of this recording. Well, Fias. Well, what's the next interesting stage you guys would like to talk about, then?
Cobblestone stage.
Cobblestone stage. Which stage is that?
Stage 4.
Yeah, I'm at that right now, which is the next stage! So we're going by stage. No, I'm just kidding. Stage 4, Cobblestone stage. Let me look up Pro Cycling Stats while Tudor describes what it looks like.
Yeah, it's basically another cobblestone stage. It's not like Roubaix, full of cobbles, but it does give you a touch of cobbles, just like last year. The weather could be a big thing. Yeah, it was. What do you guys think of cobbles? I mean, it's a big description. Do you think it has its place in a tour like this? I like it. I mean, it's 221 Ks. It's definitely going to be one for the stronger guys. It could be a day when Nibali does. Again,
I hope not. Yeah. I would be so disappointed.
You know what? I liked the idea of cobbles back when every GC contender was bad, but now that Fulsang is the master cobble domestique, and he's got, Louis Westra and other cobble dominant riders, and then you got, your cobblestone great Vincenzo Nibali. Now that exists somehow, that is a thing. I don't really like the idea of cobbles anymore.
I just realized something. Okay, what if Nibali takes my advice and goes to the Giro Vuelta? Then Jacob Fulsang would be the captain for the Tour de France, and he would totally win it because he's got cobblestone skills and also EPO.
I do not think that Vincenzo Nibali will do that this year.
I hope he does.
I think that hopefully. Well, hopefully he will, and then Andrew Talansky will win the Tour de France, and everything will be happy.
Well, what's going to happen if the big guys all go for all 3 Grand Tours? They're not going to be at their best for all the 3 Grand Tours, and Andrew Talansky might be within a shot.
Talansky wins the Tour, Dan Martin wins the Vuelta. I can see it happening right now.
Duran wins the Giro.
Jürgen van den Broek has got a bigger chance of winning the Tour than Andrew Talansky has.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, he's not even getting a contract for next year.
Jürgen van den Broek died the last 5 months.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he's been. Where is he even
gone? Who do you okay,
he was good in Dauphiné.
Let's say Nibali's not there. Let's take Nibali out of the picture. Who's the best cobblestone? Well, who's the best cobblestoner in the peloton? Who can ride
who's
the best
stoner? Tom Bonen.
Other than cocaine addict Tom Bonen. Who do you think is going to do the best on the cobblestones? Out of the GC contenders, like Nairo Quintana, Alberto Contador, Chris Froome, who's going to skip the Tour, Valverde, and others?
I don't know. Contador didn't look comfortable last time. I don't know. It seems like it's more suited to a bigger frame guy, and Nibali has that. It seems like he's a bit bigger frame than Contador or Froome. Then we have Quintana, who's I don't know, he's a stick. But all GC contenders are sticks. But yeah, I guess it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's the question.
Here,
don't either.
I know exactly the answer. It's Andrew Talansky.
Wiggins.
Is Talansky a big dude? I mean, two different
No,
guys.
Talansky's very small.
Isn't
But here's the thing. I'm not going to go by size here. I'm going to go by what I saw in the last cobblestone stage, which was that other than Nibali, Talansky was like the strongest on the cobblestones until he crashed into that ditch. And so, because we saw Contador, Vanguard, and Valverde, these guys were behind and they didn't even crash. And Talansky came home in front of these guys, and even though he crashed, he still finished in front of them. So
Everyone crashed that day.
Yeah, pretty much everybody did crash. This is horrible weather conditions as well. I hope this year's cobblestone stage or next year's cobblestone stage of the tour is going to be just as horrible conditions, like it's going to rain and such. I'd love to see that. Just to see these guys in their worst possible environment. I mean,
well,
wasn't
I
it
think
fun to see?
Fulsang loves this.
Well, I hate Fulsang.
His thugs love this.
Fulsang, you went from a beloved guy to the most hated guy in my book very, very fast, just due to that one stage.
So, can you admit now that Dan Martin outplayed him in the 2000?
No.
So even though he's the most hated guy in your book.
Dan Martin is not the most hated guy in my book.
No, Fulsang.
Well, Fulsang only hit him because of the cobblestone stage. He still played that better than Dan Martin did, but he still lost it.
Well, he didn't play it better if he lost it.
Well,
We're not going to get into that. Okay.
Well, that's a long discussion that won't end here. I mean, Jacob Fulsang has lost many, many times in his past, and that's not going to be the last time he's going to lose to somebody outplaying him, but I guess. But the cobblestone stage is back, and I feel it's a good decision for the race, I guess, to bring in some more elements of cycling, but it could also just turn out to just destroy the race. Like, if it throws out Froome and Contador again, yeah. Like, if the big contenders have to abandon again, that's bad for the sport. That's bad for the race, and now people, like, Nibali's victory will never be put down as a good one because all the big contenders actually abandoned. So, he's just the guy who was left in the end.
People aren't going to care that everyone else crashed in 5 years'
Yes,
time.
they
They're going
do.
to forget that.
They are.
They're going to forget that.
No.
They're
All
not.
I'm reading right now on the interwebs is that Nibali did not deserve that victory. And example, if you go watch the Walter Spanier videos
Yeah,
and
but that's
cycling
right
up,
now.
well, still,
I mean,
the comments will still be
you-
there in 5 years.
You guys say like, oh, Andy, no.
It's
Let's
like-
get a
it's
good
like the
example.
Vuelta
Lance
that, like-
Armstrong, when he won all his tours by like 10 minutes, people don't care.
It's like the Vuelta
People
where
don't say he doesn't have
Mascara
good
was
competitors.
second and Velits was third. Remember that from the break?
Yeah.
People still, on daily at least, people still are like, that wasn't a Vuelta win. People didn't forget about that.
It's true. People don't forget you. I mean, in Australia they might forget because you have other
'Cause
sports.
they're forgetful.
but in Europe and
They have memory loss down under.
yeah, I know, right? And in America, we never forget 9/11. Just kidding.
Oh, you'll see.
Yep.
In 5 years' time, I'll hold you up. And say, you remember when Nibali won? How good was he? You'd be like, yeah, sure, he was a great ride.
Well, he's a great rider.
But he's not the
not-
best. I mean, if we tune back to like stage 2 of the Dauphiné where we saw Froome and Contador going
and
side by
Talansky
side.
riding away from him.
I
No,
mean,
my favorite stage 7 of the Dauphiné when Andrew Talansky put in his move and Nibali dropped like a stone.
Yeah, good times. But Chu maybe has a point. Like, people won't remember exactly what happened. They'll just look at the scoreboard.
Maybe 25 years from now they won't remember.
Yeah, but 5 years from now, we will definitely remember. If I'm sitting there commentating on British Eurosport or Danish Eurosport or whatever, I'll be like, Nibali never deserved that victory.
American sport.
Amerisport HD Live 1.
You
Somebody
failure. Can you assassinate Phil Liggett and commentate all the races?
I don't think I have to. He'll die soon. He's old.
Oh, shit.
Failure.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Everybody
anything.
out there says that Phil Liggett's gonna die soon.
I feel like this weekly rant just went to
How
crap.
dare you? What have you done?
That just went dark really
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. It was, baseball lovers slowly but surely just took it down a dark road and can never come back. It's a one-sided road. But alright, so the cobblestone stage over. What's the next stage that you would like to talk about,
Trial.
you?
I'm trial.
The time
There's only
trial?
one time trial.
There's only the one time trial. We already talked about the prologue.
28 Ks.
What?
28 Ks.
What are you talking
Stage
about?
9.
There is no 28K.
There's
Right.
no time
That was
trial.
fake. That's fake. That didn't exist. That's
There
not
is
real.
no stage 9 is rest
Team time
day.
trial.
What?
Team
Oh,
time
apparently
trial.
it is.
No,
Yes.
that's fake.
I'm right now looking at the route presentations. The 12th of
That
July,
is fake.
the 9th stage is a 28-kilometer stage, so that has to be a team time trial.
Yeah.
No,
It's a team
it
time
could
trial.
be a flat stage.
It could be a crit, like a really short crit.
What if they made a mistake and that is actually like a 10 lap crit of 28Ks?
Exactly. I know it. So it's a team time trial probably, and it is.
No.
I'm pretty sure I read something about this somewhere.
No, don't say that. Don't
And
say that.
How do you feel
I'm
about
leaving.
this, too?
I'm done.
How do you
It's, there's no Tour de France without the individual time trial. I mean, team time trials.
It's not an individual, it's a team time trial, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, it's a team time trial. But
Oh.
if you have a race without an individual time trial, it's just strange. Like, it just defeats the purpose. Like,
Yeah, stage 9
win
is a
the
team time trial.
to win the Tour de France or Grand Tour, you need to be a complete rider. And if you're a Quintana or no, if you're someone who can't time trial, you can get away with that by doing a time trial because you can just bring good teammates around with you. But to win a GT, you need to be the complete rider, and that obviously includes cobblestones at stages. So I dislike that not having an individual time trial.
Well,
but
technically
it is
they do,
actually-
because the prologue counts as an individual time trial.
Yeah, but it's
Here's the thing.
14Ks.
Team time trial should go away, never come back, die, be burned at the stake, buried, then nuke the lands that they're in.
Do you
and
think
get rid
Coldo
of them.
Fernandez and Dan Martin is going to show up to the to the tour?
Okay, whether they do or not, like, I hated team time trials. I hated them. They were so boring. Then that happened, and now I just want to kill myself every time I hear about a team time trial. And so I'm not going to watch it because otherwise I will be suicidal for the rest of the day, and I just don't want to have to deal with that during my summer break. So I'm going to not watch that stage, pretend it never happened, and hopefully Garmin do well.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's impossible to predict a winner from now because you have to know the teams and such. But I still believe that Orchid Green Edge is going to be like the number one team because no matter who they bring, I feel like they always have a great team time trial squad. Also, like other teams like Cannondales emerge as a great team time trialing team. But yeah, I guess. How much time do you think you can get you on a stage like this on your biggest opponent?
Maybe. I mean, it is fairly long. I mean, 28Ks is decent. You can possibly pull out a minute if you get a good run. We saw that this year at one of the team time trials. Can't remember which, but generally you can get a minute, like a solid minute. That could be a difference maker. This is going to be a climbers race. If you look at the back end, it's pretty much all climbs that's going to separate riders right now. If you look at it, so this will be the perfect Grand Tour if Andy Schleck was still around, or one of those guys. Yeah.
Well, thank God Frank's like is still around. Now he's got a chance to get top 20.
Yes.
Yeah, for his top 25 placing.
Just like Subaldia did. So weird how
Super D
he...
got top 10.
Yeah, I know, right? He didn't really do anything, but he still like
But I mean,
slowly win.
Zubeldi has done that for like 5 years now, so...
I guess it's fair. Okay, let's go on to the next stage. Stage 10 is the first real mountain stage. It is... The final mountain is called Col du Sourdet. Have you guys ever heard of this mountain before?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
but it looks like
No.
a Mont Ventoux stage where it's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to refer to it as well. And it's out of category, it seems like, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to affect the race. I don't think it's going to affect too much, because everyone's going to be nervous looking at each other, and it's probably going to be a breakaway victory in a stage like this. That's how I think it's going to turn out. But...
I feel like way too many stages are breakaway victories now, and I feel like this is one of them.
Yeah. Because at the very first mountain stage, nobody will dare to move, and the only guys daring to move are going to be the upcoming talents, like the young guys, the outsiders from the GC. You probably won't see if Froome is going, you won't see Froome.
Lawson
maybe
Craddock
move
might attack there and take 20 minutes, who knows.
if he gets in the squad.
Joe Dombrowski. Oh my god, Dombrowski!
Gone.
Have we talked about that?
No, but we can save that for next week when we talk about transfers.
Okay, yeah.
Stage 11. Now, Chew and Baseball, now we can kind of go in chronological order because these are all very important mountain stages. Stage 11, we're going to have 3 mountains in here. We're going to have Col d'Aspin, which I've heard of before, Col de Tourmalet, which you should have definitely heard about before, and
Never
we've
heard.
got the finish line in Cotets, however you say
Which
that.
Which one is the Tourmalet?
Tourmalet. It's a very famous mountain, Tourmalet. Well, my pronunciation is not the best. But Tourmalet, How do you guys feel about them using it once again as a middle mountain and not as a finishing mountain? Because I'm pretty upset. What do you think about this baseball over?
I'm sick of it. The Tourmalet is such a great mountain, but it's never used as a mountaintop finish anymore. And instead, they choose dinky little climbs that are sometimes like 5%, and that the SkyTrain can just plow away on, or they choose stupid climbs. And the Tourmalet is a great climb, and yet they keep including it, and yet they don't even feature it. They just make it a middle climb that doesn't make any difference. So what's the point?
Is it the thing that they can't fit enough like things up there to make it a finishing area or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard something about that this year when they passed it.
I mean, they've done it before, though.
Yeah, but it was a pain. I mean, not every mountain is just as friendly to the reporters and the news stations and the TV channels. I mean, which mountain was it this year where it was raining really bad and it was like a big mudslide and everyone was scared and like the reporters were all pissed because the conditions were horrible. I don't remember which mountain it was. No, it was the tour. It was the tour. I talked about Vincent, the leader of the journalism. I talked about it with him. Oh, it was like I don't remember what stage it is. It all seems so far away now. But a certain mountain on a certain day, it was like all rainy and all the news reporters weren't feeling too happy because all the vans were like scared of moving because there was mudslide and such. It was not great conditions, and that might be some of the reason they're not using Col du Tourmalet anymore.
Yeah. And even like most of the climbs they finish now, most of the guys have to ride down that afterwards, basically, to get back to the like team buses and all that good stuff. So that's a thing that people don't think about now, but it is the case. But this stage, I don't think anyone will make a move on the Tourmalet. I just don't.
It's
I think
too far out.
Yeah, it's
41 kilometers.
40 k's. Yeah, that's solid. And I don't know. It could go down.
No one ever makes a move on the penultimate climb.
Since Andy Schleck.
I said that on purpose. when it's that far away, this early in the race. Andy Schleck did that on the second to last mountain stage because he needed to get time. And nobody's going to do that on the...
Not here.
It's almost laughable to me. Nobody is going to attack on the
Quintana
climb that far out this early in the race when barely anybody is separated. That's stupid. That's just a stupid idea.
Only the guys who are like super domestic. Like, if you remember when Quintana attacked when Valverde was the so-called leader, quote unquote, and then that was a thing, and then he did well and became the leader and nearly won the Tour.
I mean, honestly,
whenever Dan Martin wore a stage.
On this stage, I feel like a group of 3 men. This is like the first stage where you kind of establish who's gonna do good in the Tour, and I feel like this is one of the stages where you're gonna see like 3 guys finishing together at the finish line. They're gonna have dropped all the other guys, and that's probably gonna be the podium. That's how I see this finale, which is like what?
Dan Martin, Andrew Talansky, and TJ Van Garderen.
Nah.
Dropping the rest.
We'll see what's gonna happen. It's a dream, but can it come true? The next stage is a very, very famous mountain as well, Plateau d'Ibi, which I know I'm also a big fan of because I've been used in the past. To a big mountain. This stage looks very interesting because this is the typical Tour de France stage with a tough mountain in between and then a tough finish in the end. And this is probably like one of the first stages you'll see the winner going into the attack. What do you think, Chu?
It's going to be a stage. It's going to be a boring stage. You're really going to kill the riders too much, and they're going to be all dead. No, everyone's going to be scared to make. You'll get a split here actually, but we're going to see a really slow start. That's really painful to watch because all the first 3 climbs, guys don't really want to attack, and it's going to take hours and hours before we get to the final climb where there's going to be moves. So that's the thing. I don't really like that. They should just shorten these stages out. Like keep it like we'll talk about Alpechua's later, how it's shorter. That makes it more entertaining racing. When you got climbs like this, it's just
it's gonna be good.
Yeah. It's gonna be slow until the last climb.
But then the last climb is gonna be very, really explosive.
Explosive. All the guys' legs are dead by then.
Exactly, except for one guy who's gonna attack away and then win the stage. That's how it's gonna turn out. I mean, what do you think? What do you think, baseball lover? About stage 12.
I don't know. I want it to be exciting, but I know too many mountain stages turn out like Chu says. So who knows?
Well, at least I can still dream. If that dream will come true, we'll have to wait and see as well. But I feel
Dreaming is for fat people.
Aw, thank you. I still feel like this stage is going to be one of the best stages in the Tour because it just has the upbuilding. Like, you just have the... How can you say this? Like, the pre-finish is so exciting that the finish is going to be just immense. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Next mountain stage is stage 17, which is not... Well, that's a big jump between stage 12 and stage 17 there, but...
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's the tour this year. It's going to be a lot of hilly stages, a lot of flat stages. But I think it was like 9 flat stages, like 6 hilly stages, 5 mountain stages, something like that, like 2 time trials, or something like that. It was weird. But I don't know what to make of this stage. Chu, what do you make of this stage? Stage 17 is a very weird one.
I'm just getting the profile. Yeah, looks like it's downhill. It's gonna be a Dan Martin stage. Oh,
you think?
It could be.
I guess I agree.
Seems very climby though.
This is a Dan Martin
second last
stage.
climb is really
Like
tough
it.
as well.
But the final climb
This
is
is
also
a
out of
Dan Martin
category.
stage.
It's a really tough one.
Yeah, it seems like.
I'm just gonna go with you here, Dan Martin stage.
Well, I say Tyler Farrar's going to win this one.
I'll take him at face value right there.
The guys are going to be wanting to go for a move, you know. I feel like the guy who wants to win the race is going to be really going for it here because, you know, they had a while off, you know, from stage 12, stage 17. You got the rest day, this off the rest day. Guys going to be wanting to really, you know, make a move for that yellow jersey. It's whoever's going to be the best, really, whoever's going to win the Tour de France is probably going to win that stage, or if not, place it ahead, barring a breakaway or whatever.
Yeah, I really feel like this stage screams breakaway to me, though. I don't think it's that tough for a breakaway not to stay away. I guess we'll see. Baseball Lover is saying Dan Martin. I'm saying a breakaway, and you're saying yellow jersey.
You already said Dan Martin. I'm already. I already penciled you in for Dan Martin. Can't switch out now.
We'll see. Now we are near the finish line. We've got stage 19 and stage 20 to talk about. Stage 19, they use. I can't say this, but I know this mountain, Col de la Croix de Fer. They've used this before, and once again they use it as a middle mountain, which is a shame. I would like to see this as a finishing mountain, but instead they try to pack all these big mountains on the same stage, which I'm not a big fan of, which they also do in stage 20, but in stage 19 they also do it, and it's probably going to be like, this is going to be the yellow jersey, as Chu said before. This is going to be the guy who's going to win the Tour de France that's going to just leave everyone else behind. I mean, let's just talk about the last 2 stages together, the last 2 mountain stages. We got Col de la Croix de la Fer, and a mountain I've never heard before. And then the next stage, we got Col du Galibier, which I was really looking forward to be as a finishing stage, or finishing mountain, and Alpe d'Huez on the same stage. What do you guys think about these 2 stages as a package deal? Baseball Lover, you can start. Or Chu, you can start.
The last stage is going to be the best stage of the tour. It's 110 Ks. It's going to be full-on attacks and attacks and attacks. This is, you know, no one's got anything left to lose. It's a short stage. We're going to see so much more entertaining racing than the 200 odd Ks where guys get tired and then there's a last attack and then last climb and they got no energy left. If you have a shorter stage and climbing at the end, guys have energy to attack, and that's a thing. We saw in the past that 2 Alpe d'Huez, no one attacked. They're just dead by then. Having a short stage is going to be great. Makes it easier.
What do you think, Baseball Lover, of this stage?
Well, I love the Alpe d'Huez because if you think about Alpe d'Huez 2011, last time it was really short. That stage was so exciting, so full of action, and really worked out well. But the problem with these stages, both of them is that 99% of the time the tour is decided by then. And so it's kind of anticlimactic at the end.
That's also very true. Am I the only one that feels kind of sad by the fact it's only 110 kilometers?
No.
See, I like long stages, because then that gives me more time to just sit there and watch it on television. Like, I know I'm one of the few guys who sit there when the race starts. Like, I watch from start to finish every single day of the tour, because I'm just that much of a fanatic of the race. I know you guys aren't, because horrible time zones for Chu, and Baseball Lover, you're just lazy.
I would have to wake up at like 5, no thanks.
Yeah, but for me, it's prime time. It's from 12 to 5. It's great for me. So I wake up, I watch it, I do the tips 10, I do the failure way, and I watch the race. And I love the 250 kilometers long stages. 110? I don't know. I mean...
We'll see. You'll be excited when there's
attacks
on left, right, and center.
Yeah, when it's Talansky versus Van Garderen on Alpe d'Huez, who's going to win the tour?
But you, I might be excited while it's going on, but do you never have that feeling when the stage is over, like, oh, is that it? Is there not more? Like,
okay, yeah, I get that,
me.
but I don't really think that depends on the stage. I think it's just that's cycling.
It's not. Yeah,
I always want more.
Also, I don't think when you finish a stage or you want more, I don't think that's a thing if the stage is too short. I mean, you can have a stage that's 200 Ks, and you can still think it's, you want them more afterwards. I feel like it, but that's the thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just so sad. Like I'm always haunted by the short stages because I'm always like, is there not more to this stage? Is that really it? It was so exciting and it just ends. I mean, stage 2 of the tour this year, when Nibley won it, I was literally sitting there like, is that it? What just happened? I mean, I was kind of sad by that.
I really enjoyed that stage, by the way.
Yeah, I was the exact opposite. Yeah, I remember. I did not. I enjoyed the stage, but the finish had me kinda meh. It's tough though. But talking about the tour now and potential things that's gonna happen, it's a long ways away. It's like 6 months away from now. In between that, Chu has his summer vacation. We have our winter vacation or Christmas vacation, and then we also have summer vacation. Well, you have winter vacation. Everything's crazy, guys. But that was the Tour de France 2015. In like your overall opinion, is it gonna be one of the better Tour de France's or one of the worst? Baseball lover, you can start.
Worse.
Why?
Well, first of all, I was excited because it didn't have a lot of TT-KMs, because I don't like TTs. Then I realized that the only TT it does have is a TTT, and so therefore it goes down 50 points from 100. And therefore it's a failure, F-. Done.
What do you think, Chu?
Okay, this race is going to be determined by if Chris Froome goes. If Chris Froome goes, it's going to be a whole lot better. If he doesn't, then guys, if we have a race with this Quintana, if we have a race with this Quintana and the Contador who's just after Giro,
no, just Talansky and Van Garderen. And Martin.
I guess. I mean, I guess we can talk about that.
Race for the podium.
Froome was actually, on his website, he stated that he was heavily thinking about quitting the Tour 2015 and doing the Giro Vuelta double next year because the Tour de France didn't really suit him. There's cobblestones. He does not like that. There's only technically only one time trial, the prologue, which he's not a big fan of either. He likes the long ones. And the mountains don't really suit him either. So it's time to make his mark on the sport and do the double. He hasn't done that before. He hasn't tried before. And he wants to try it this year. I think it's a good thing because then the tour is going to be more exciting. I know you just said the opposite. But for me, Froome ruins the tour. But
yep, I agree.
Why does he make the tour so much more exciting for you?
I think it's just going to be more competition.
No Skytrain, come on.
Chris Froome's not that dominant as people write him up to be right now. There's so much question marks over his form right now. Like, if you go into the next tour, if you have Contador, Froome, Quintana, all at the best. Like, if you ask who's going to be the best
any of them,
there,
it's just as exciting if you don't have any.
It's. I share the same thinking as baseball lover. If you don't have any pre-favorites or any big pre-favorites when going in, it's gonna make for a better race. But I kind of like the fact that Quintana's an underdog going into it.
But the thing is, if you have the biggest race in the year, you want the best riders there. I don't see that there's that much difference.
You want the riders that you like going there. You want full saying to get the lead, don't you, failure?
I hate you. I'm gonna get so much hate from all the Danish followers right now. I hope. Like, I want Fulsang to go so he can be the captain, so he can get caught. What are you saying?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, Froome is going to this tour because you got Team Sky, the biggest and most budget team in the world. Who they're paying the most? Chris Froome. And what's the biggest race of the world? The Tour de France. They're gonna want to win the biggest race in the world with the biggest because they got the biggest budget. Everything they got. They want more money, and Tour de France involves that, and they're going to try and win it. I mean, that's been their blueprint for the last 3 or 4 years, and I don't see them changing it now just because the route doesn't suit them. I mean, the best climber is going to win, and if Chris Froome wants to be dominant and labelled as a great rider, he's going to have to win another tour, not just one,
Yeah, I guess. But technically, he's already won 2. He won the one for Bradley Wiggins. That was all due to him. So, in my book, he's already won 2 Grand Tours. But I guess we'll see what he can do. Wait, who won the Vuelta this year? Froome, right?
Contador.
I don't remember.
It's already forgot. Who won the Vuelta?
Dude, the Vuelta is so long time ago.
And you're going to tell me, Nibley, yeah, he won it when Contador and Froome was out.
No, because that's not fair. Fires and I had this conversation not that long ago. He asked me, what is the most boring race you watched all year? I actually answered the Vuelta a España. I honestly fell asleep during the stage that Alexander Di Marchi won. Because that Vuelta was so boring to me. It felt weird. Like, I guess it's just the time of the year lays on how busy I am and all that sort of stuff, and how the cycling season just gone to an end. That race didn't really appeal to me at all. The Giro was great, the Tour was great, the Cobblestone season was great, the Ardennes sucked. Vuelta sucked. I mean,
What? That's great. Continental versus Sprint. How can you not like that?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly fell asleep multiple times in that Vuelta, and it's just not my deal. It's not my cup of tea. It's not the kind of racing I want to see, I guess. And just not the time of the year I want to see cycling. But let's move on to the next topic. Baseball Lovers shared me this beautiful picture. Right now on screen, you're seeing the picture of Bell King's jersey for next year. They're not going to be called Bell King next year. They're going to be called Lotto Jumbo. And Fires originally laughed when he heard about this because apparently Jumbo is like the McDonald's version in Netherlands. So it's like a fast food company. And second of all, the jerseys are ugly as hell. Like, I know Cosmo Catalano.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's disgusting.
Cosmo Catalano referred this to be like a tracksuit. No,
it's like you made the Tinkoff jersey worse.
Yeah, they already stated they already have an orange suit ready for the Tour de France.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, I want to kill myself.
Wait, put the Rabobank jersey.
Oh yeah, wait, that's true. I would gladly, if they like made a Rabobank jersey and put the Lotto logo on it, I would be alright with that.
Like a retro. They should ride with that the entire season. This jersey is ugly, but I also shared that opinion with the Tinkoff Saxo Bank shirt. But I came to love it, kind of.
Hey, here's the thing. I don't understand why they can't just. Why haven't they done this since they were Blanco? Just put an orange jersey with blue on. That is exactly like the Rabobank jersey, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And just put a different logo on it. And see if they can get away with it.
I guess they don't just want to be like the same old Rabobank, which was associated with doping. Like they had Thomas Dekker, they had Marcus Bogart, they had Michael Rasmussen, Oscar Freire, all these dope guys. I mean, they had them all.
See, this jersey looks like this jersey looks like these riders are going to go like deep sea diving and snorkeling and all that stuff.
In the coral reef, let's go.
Yeah, I gotta say these are
toward the coral reef.
And like they might actually have an issue wearing orange shirts for the tour because there's a small chance that Orange Rampoot, the new Netherlands team, is also gonna get.
Come on.
There's a small chance. It's a big team. I mean, it's a big team.
Cofidis,
I am
MTN,
cycling,
and I am
Europcar.
Europcar's World Tour.
I don't know. Who's gonna get the fourth one?
Probably
Orange Rampoot.
Britannia.
Oh, I hope not. Please never bring that team again.
They have a few more riders this year. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think, right? They do. They have
bring
to.
Bardiani over.
It would probably go to Cofidis, Britannia. I'm looking at Pro Cycling Stats now. MTN, IM, and Cofidis are shoo-ins. And then probably NetApp. Duh.
I don't know.
No,
they lost all their big guys. No, I don't think NetApp's gonna get one because Koenig's gone.
Machado's gone.
Team Bora's gonna get maybe Cult Energy.
Well, they actually they applied for Pro Continental.
They made it. They're Pro Continental.
They actually made it. I haven't read anything about that. Plus, they've actually signed Fabio Wegman. And who's the other guy they signed? Sebastian Larsen, I believe it was.
Just Orange Roompot have no one though at all.
They got all the creators, Michel, William,
all the
Raymond.
Stupid creators that suck.
Still names. They've been on Pro Tours.
You know what they did on Garmin?
Suck.
Crap.
Exactly.
Sent them out like.
Well, there were sprinters, and I mean, if you watch the Avanti Gobert career, you know they can sprint, especially Michel. Speaking about sprinting, the green jersey was also changed this year because Christophe Prudhomme was pretty damn tired of Peter Sagan winning the jersey. He didn't say that, but he mentioned it. He's won the last 3 years, and they now changed it so on flat stages, the winners will now get 45 points, the second place will get 35 points, third place 30 points, and so on. I don't think this is going to make much of a difference. I know Baseball Lover does.
He's winning it by like 200 odd.
Yeah, exactly. He's winning by 100 points, 150. And it's not going to make much of a change because you're not going to see Kittel win every single stage. That's just not how the Tour goes.
Hey,
and
I never
Kittel
said
and
it was going to make a huge difference or that it was going to completely stop Sagan from winning. I just said that it's a change in the right direction. It's not that big of a change, and that it will help. And that if people play it right, it can change it up.
I guess. But this will require one guy to be dominant to win the green jersey from Sagan. Because Sagan can still get 5th place multiple times, as long as there's different winners. It's not going to make that much of a difference. Oh wait, I read up the wrong one. Wait, I read the wrong one. Oh wait, last time it was 45 to 35. Now it's 50, 30, 20, 18. So it's still a huge change, but it's still not that much of a change.
Yeah.
So I still have Sagan down for winning next year. I just don't see anyone.
We got guys like Cavendish. He's not going for green jerseys anymore. Kittle's definitely not going for. Kittle said the only goal for him this tour, if he doesn't win a stage at the first week, was surviving the tour and getting to Champs Elysees. So he's not going for a green jersey. Who's that leave? Brian Cocard versus Sagan for the green jersey. That might be an interesting battle.
I guess I'm just reading a Cycling News comment, which you should never do, guys. This guy, Fairfred.
Yeah, that's just a bad idea.
This Fairfred guy states he agrees with this change. It's a sprinters competition. It should be won mainly in sprints. Honestly, it bothers me. Moments like Tour de France 2009, when Cav won 6 stages and Tour Husardt secured the jersey on a lonely breakaway on the mountainous stage 17 to somewhere. If I'm not wrong, after crossing the intermediate sprint, Mark that guaranteed he would be the champion of the category, even posed for the cameras. What's the logic in that? And I don't agree with this. I mean, sure, this green jersey is for the sprinters, but it's also for the smartest rider in the peloton. Sagan is currently the smartest rider in the peloton.
Sprinter, but it's for the smartest sprinter.
Yeah. I mean, it's for the most versatile sprinter. It's not for the flat sprinter. I mean, then Kittel would take it every single year, which I don't agree on, because that doesn't make for fun racing either.
Yeah.
So I kind of like Sagan winning it somewhat, because he does it in spectacular ways. He goes in the attack on mountain stages. He gets top 10 in sprint stage, top 5 even. So
I think that, well, actually Sagan doesn't do that much. Thor Hushovd was so cool when he did that, because that was before they changed the sprint points. So he did that by going out and getting these little 5-point sprints on a huge mountain stage. There was like 2 5-point sprints or something, and getting, like, really picking at it and really having to work hard. But if you go out there in mid-stage, you pick up a sprint point and drift back, that's not really the same thing.
Well, Sagan doesn't really drift back. He still stays out there and helps teammates. Like, he helped DeMarchi try to win another stage in the Tour.
DeMarchi's a faggot.
Well,
Sagan is. Sorry. That confused everyone. I like DeMarchi. He's cool.
I know you got a bit of hate saying you hated Sagan last time you said it on air.
I know. I don't like Sagan. And that's it.
I guess. Is there any more topics you guys would like to talk about before we round off this week's weekly rant?
There are some things that I would like to discuss here.
Yep.
First of all, there's one more, actually. One more is that Cycling Manager Evolve has been cancelled.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that. And I know you've been saying this for a while that it's going to be cancelled. I've been hyped for it, but you said it was going to be cancelled. But you can read on Daily that T. Foden, also named as Mark, I believe, or some Nick or something like that, stated that Cycling Manager Evolved was too much for him. Both had a family life and a school life and a work life, and it just came down to too much in the end. And he was the only guy who really worked hard on it, so we had to cancel it. And yeah, it's sad to happen, but I know Oilfor is going to be laughing about this, and there's some distant part of France right now. But I'm kind of sad. How do you guys feel about this?
I'm really sad because, I didn't expect it to be that good. I expected it to be like a little indie game, homebrew kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I was still looking forward to it, and I think it could have really built on the years upcoming. But, a lot of people expected this project to go dead a long time ago, and it lasted 11 months. So that's kind of the sad part, because it's been like so long. But yeah, it was always a little bit far-fetched.
Yeah, it's it's a big project that you can't really do if you don't have the means that Cyanide has, but at least they tried. What do you think, Chu? Does this have any effect on you?
Obviously not, but when I heard that, I immediately said, not going to happen. One guy doing this on himself, it's not going to happen. Then I saw the pictures, it captivated me a bit, the Dogma, Pinarelli Dogma and all that good stuff, so I got excited. And then it got cancelled. But yeah, I never thought it was going to happen. It's, creating a game's huge. Like, it's a big deal. And if he has, 2 guys helping him, good luck. It's not happening.
It's a shame, but at least Cyanide can now rest, knowing that their game will be the only game being sold on the market. And they won't have to step up their game for next year.
There is no free market economy. No, there is no free market in this genre.
No. Oh, it sucks. Oh, I also see this. Matthias Brandl is trying to set a new hour record, and
Oh yeah.
I know I Am Cycling are only forcing him to do this because of publicity, and that's what I Am Cycling are very good at. They're very good at getting their brand through. It's not bad, and Matthias Brandl as a rider is not bad. Do you think he's gonna beat Jens Vogt's record? Shoot.
Yeah, he will do it. No, it's not that hard. Jens Vogt's 40 and he's doing it. I'm sure some guy who tries to do it and has time to prepare, he can do it. Yeah, anyone can do it.
I think this is good for the hour record as well, because the sport needs something that sponsors can rally around, get money, TV can rally around, increase the money flow, and it's good. And I Am Cycling, I'm not surprised to see them to be the first to step it up. Next will probably be Skies and one of their domestiques out there, if not even Bradley Wiggins, who I know is trying to target it in 2015, and it could happen, and he's definitely going to beat it by a big margin if he tries. Anything else? Chew?
That's it.
That rounds about it. Baseball over, anything else?
Not that is about it for this week. Next week's transfer, so yeah.
Yep. One final note: if you're driving around in the Netherlands, watch out for Louis Wester and his camper. He's right now on vacation. He was discovered driving 189 kilometers an hour in a place you can only drive 130 kilometers an hour in an auto camper. It's not the smartest. Watch out if you're in the southern part of Netherlands. Thank you guys for watching.
Be on the lookout for Louis Westra. He's an outlaw. Call the police if you find any details.
Read more on cyclingweekly.co.uk because that's where I read this. But please go to Chudo's channel. You're doing your usual stuff. Go to Baseball Lovers channel. He's doing his usual stuff. We're in the off season. YouTube is getting slow regarding cycling. Just entirely the cycling business is just resting until we hit January and we hit the Tour Down Under, we hit the Cat 11 Stupid Classic, and we hit the Serald Hunt Tour.
The Cat 11's great.
Wait, what's it called again? The Serald Hunt Tour? What's it called?
The Herald Sun.
I switch around the S and the H. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.